Yoga for everybody. This body, your body, whatever body we feel we're in at the moment, you know, have whatever body we wish we were in, then let's just start with that acceptance with our body as it is right now. Because if we're able to move it around and able to practice yoga, then that's already something to feel grateful for. Okay. Acceptance. Always come back to that theme because it's you know, it's a goodie. It's everything. Ooh. Accepting ourselves as we are right now. Not so easy always. Let's come to our feet. Feel the body, feel our feet on the ground. And we can never do that enough. You know, it's a good thing to do every now and again in the day. Take a look at your feet, lift the toes. So we're engaging the feet, place them down. You can feel the toes on the mat, lift the heels high and place them down. And just feeling the ground with your feet. Let's have a little bit of a heel bounce just to feel a bit of, kick up a bit of energy from the ground. So knees are bent, we're just bouncing the heels on the ground. And when we do that, we let the arms be nice and heavy. So you see my arms just flopping around. It's just taking a bit of tension out of the shoulders, but in a really light, easy way. So we're just getting the body a little bit more energized just by bouncing. It's a really simple, lovely way. And if you have any outdoor space anywhere near you, you know, it's a good time of year where it's still warm enough, you're not going to completely shock yourself, to get your bare feet on that earth, on the grass. Yes, try it. It's really great. Or even if you can, lie down on the ground. So let's bring the sides of the feet together. Bring the legs together. Let's energize the whole body. This is our filling up the battery. Breathing in, lifting the arms up, interlinking the fingers, stretching up, lifting the heels high. Squeeze the legs together, squeeze the arms together, hold the breath in for a couple of seconds. And then breathing out softly through the nostrils, letting go of the hands. Arms are coming down, heels are coming down. We're trying to keep that very soft and landing, softening into the ground. Then the inhale is strong, vibrant. In through the nostrils. Squeeze the arms together, squeeze the legs together, lift the heels high, pushing off those toes. So we're really stretching the feet. And then exhaling through the nostrils, slowly softening, releasing all that tension. And the tension, when it releases, flows energy through the body. Let's see if we can do one more of those. Inhale. Extend upwards and squeeze together with this lovely, potent, strong line. Extended and squeezed together. So we're holding the energy in, building it, and then releasing out through the nostrils, releasing all that energy, letting it flow through the limbs. Free up the body. Let's free up the body even more. Take the feet shoulder width apart, knees bent, and we'll just turn on our center and letting the arms flop around the body, breathing in and out through the nostrils. Arms are moving freely. Yeah, even exaggerate that, come up onto the toe. Really let yourself loosen and limber. They're both lovely words, loosen and limber. Arms just kind of springing into the body, back to the hands, just smack into the lower back there. Smack, smack, and let the arms just slow down. Bend the knees. Let the body hang forwards a little bit, let the arms just hang there. So just really getting go these shoulders. Look at the arms are just like spaghetti, they're just swinging. Knees are strong, their legs are strong. Belly is strong, so his back is straight, you can see. I'm just letting these arms swing. So really letting go the shoulders, but not letting the back collapse. We're keeping that frame of the chest there. And then slowly come to standing. So loosening everything up. And let's just come into a little cross crawl, so lifting the left knee, meeting it with the right hand, and either way, cross lateral movement. Reconfiguring the pattern of movement of energy in our energetic system, breathing in and out through the nostrils to maintain that energy, getting everything connected up here. Yeah. And then we're going to extend the leg and meet it with the opposite hand. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Yeah. Breathing in and out. Just feeling the energy moving, getting a bit warmer. Let's do a side angle as well. So the leg comes out to the side, left leg. If it's the left leg coming out to the side, the right arm goes over the head. So we get a lovely extension through the right side and then the other way. Breathing, keeping the body upright, keeping the eyes facing forwards. We're not looking at the ground. We don't need to look at the feet or the ground. Feel them. Breathing in and out through the nostrils all the time. And come to the stillness. And let's just sweep out anything that we don't need. Anything that's in the way, any obstacles. Inhaling. Out through the mouth. Swing the arms. Good. Let's try that again. Breathing into the nostrils. Out through the mouth. Bending the knees, let the arms swing. All good. Letting the limbs just swing. Breathing in. Last one. Out through the mouth. Clearing everything out. Just going to now move and breathe a little bit before we come to some standing postures. So feet are hips width apart now, parallel. Knees are nice and soft but not bent. Inhaling, lifting the heels high, lifting the arms high. That's inhaling through the nostrils, touching the hands at the top, and then the hands are coming down, the heels are coming down. So we're just centering ourselves and focusing. Fingertips touch at the bottom. Inhaling all the way up, lifting the heels high. Stretching up and exhaling, the arms coming down. So it's even. The inhale and the exhale are even, smooth, steady. Inhaling. Extending the fingers outwards and upwards. So we're making as big a circle around our bodies as we can. Really extend through the arms. And letting the fingers touch at the bottom. We're drawing this beautiful circle. Seeing if you can keep that steadiness. And the key to that is really pressing quite strongly off the toes, lifting the heels high. And the legs are getting a little bit of action as well. And you can do this movement, anywhere. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't need any space hardly, really at all. You can just do the legs, maybe just try that for a couple of times. Just lifting the heels high and breathing out, coming down. You can do this even when you're, chopping your vegetables, putting the kettle on. And it's just great. Feel the feet, lift the toes, place them down. Good. Give the legs a little shake. Just to loosen them up. When we come to the front of the mat, we're going to come into triangle to begin. It's a good posture to begin. Feet hips width apart and parallel. Weight onto the left foot, step back with the right. And get a right angles with the feet. Square the hips to the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Exhaling, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Inhaling, open the palms. Open the chest, exhaling, reaching over to your left and down. Just soften those knees, try not to lock them. There's a difference there. I'm meeting that left leg with the left hand, reaching up away from it with the right hand. Open the chest, drop the shoulders down. The neck is in line with the spine. In line with the spine. I like the sound of that. So looking up at those fingers, dropping that right shoulder behind you. If it feels too much, you always have the option of taking that right hand behind you, because then you still have that nice openness in the chest. Soften the knees. Feel the toes. Make sure they're not gripping the mat. Breathe. Say one more breath here. How does that feel? Now using the inhale to come up, maybe bending into the knee and lowering the arms down on the exhale. Bend into that right knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Weight on the right foot. Let's go immediately into the other side. Step back with the left. Square the hips. Inhale, lift the arms. Lift the chest. Exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Inhale. Open the palms wide, open the chest. Breathing out, reaching over to your right and down. Press against that lower leg rather than leaning, press against it so that you can open your chest, look up at the left fingers and beyond. Lengthen through the left side. Left hip is strong there. Pivotal point here. Soften the knees, feel the feet on the ground. Breathe. Breathe into the whole body. Enjoy your breath. In and out through the nostrils, don't forget. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Take a little moment here. We're going to step back again for reverse triangles at the same distance. Weight on the left foot, step back with the right. And then we're going to point both feet forward so they're parallel but wide. Inhale, lift the arms up. Lift the chest as well, lengthen the body. Exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Keep the shoulders down, neck long. Inhale here. Expand between the fingers. And exhale, turning towards the right leg. Inhale. As you exhale, the left hand comes down to the outside of the right leg. Doesn't really matter how far down, but we want to get as far down as you feel comfortable. You can always have a block there if you'd rather hold on to a block, and reaching up the right hand away. If your neck is okay, you can turn your gaze towards the right hand. If it's not, then just look kind of on the horizon, directly forwards. Don't strain the neck ever. And it's all about the breath. One more breath in. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the right hand down to the right foot, left hand over to the left foot. So we're in a forward bend. Bring the hands to the center. Come onto the fingertips. Come up onto the fingertips. Look forwards. So as if your chest wants to look forwards as well. Then exhaling, forward bend. Maybe flattening the hands. Maybe bringing the head towards the ground, close to the ground, so you're getting a bit of a stretch in the legs. And it's as if the chest wants to reach the ground in this forward bend. And then we come up onto the fingertips, look forwards, lift the chest, don't take the hands to the hips. The back is straight, the elbows are lifted, the chest is open, abdominals and backside are working, and the spine is long. Use the inhale to come up, and exhale, release. Okay, let's go to the other side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, the arms come to shoulder height. Inhale to the chest. Exhale, tying towards your left leg. Inhale here. On the exhale, the right hand comes down to the outside of the left leg. You can hold the ankle if you can get down that far. That's quite a nice place to hold, or you can have a block there to hold, reaching up away from that left foot with the left hand. So a lot going on. Particularly on the outside of that left thigh there. IT band. Breathe. But it's a strong posture for many parts of the body. We've got this twist, forward bend, lots of things happening at the same time. So really breathe into that. One more breath in. Bring the left hand down to the left foot. Right hand goes over to the right foot. And we're just going to come into a wide leg ragdoll. So let the knees bend and let the body hang forwards, let the head hang. Release the back. That's the first bit of release here. Breathing into the nostrils, right to the mouth. Let the arms flop on the ground. Let the knees be bent. Whole body's hanging forwards. Let the back hang. And give it more release with your breath. Breathing into the nostrils, out through the mouth. Keep the knees bent as you feel the pull on the base of the spine lifting you, leaving the arms hanging forward, leaving the head hanging forward. The knees are bent. We're rolling up through the spine. We're rolling up through the body until we come to standing. Okay. Let's roll the shoulders back. See how that feels. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, just enjoying how everything is waking up now. So it's going to come into the center. We're going to just stay with this wide leg, but just turn the feet out slightly, around about a 45-degree angle. But, we'll find out where that is for us. I need to be a bit wider than that by bending into the knees. When we bend into the knees, we want to keep the bottom tucked in, belly strong. So this area, front and back, is holding. It's holding us together, if you like. And we're keeping the chest elevated, so this area is long here. And when you lift the chest, you see what happens? The shoulders sit back in place. And all the front of the body gets very exposed. This is why we tend to kind of do this kind of movement. It's kind of closing this down. We really want to do the opposite of that, counteract that. Bring the hands together. Just get the legs a bit more lively. Inhaling upwards, exhaling, knees go out to the side, and taking the base of the body down to the ground, the groin down to the ground. Not right down to the ground, that would be strange. I'd like to see that. Inhaling, exhaling. Yeah, using the strength in the thighs, using the pelvic floor strength. You can use Mula Bandha, drawing up through the center. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, coming to standing. Now we're going to come into the goddess. So inhale, and as you exhale, the arms come out to the side in nice right, strong right angles. The fingers are spread wide. It's very goddess-like. Inhale, and then exhale. Knees are out to the side, tongue out the mouth, eyes wide. This rasping sound in the throat. You really want to try and cultivate that. Release, transformation, at a transformational time of the year. Inhale. Let's try that again. Roar like the goddess. Inhale. And let's just do one more of those. So just gather yourself. Maybe breathing in and out. So really getting that fire coming from your insides. Inhale. And being expressed outwardly. Bring the feet together. Give the legs and arms a little shake. Just release them a little bit. Good. So we're going to come wide again. We're going to come into a windmill. So just so we have a little moment, we're going to come quite wide, maybe even wider than we just were. And the feet again are out at vaguely a 45-degree angle, so it's not parallel. I'm going to do a windmill. So this is going to get this middle section a bit warmed up. So inhaling, reaching up to center, maybe looking up the hands, extending right into the fingertips, then turning towards the left leg. Soften the knees slightly before we start coming down. Exhaling, coming down over that left foot, the direction the toes are going. You may be able to sweep the fingers across the floor. Don't worry if you can't quite reach, they can just move through space. And then the inhale, when you cut to the right foot, when you get to the toes again, we're coming up at that angle, inhaling, then turning in space, and then exhaling. Try and keep that extension, and really you need abdominal strength here to support the back, because we are moving not just in one plane, you know, we're actually doing a little twist going on here. So it's very important to be mindful, to use your breath, to use your body carefully, self-support, exhaling across the floor. The inhale lifts you up. Keep watching the hands. It's also challenging for the balance as well. So use the body. Feel as you're coming up, you know, from whatever leg, from the right leg, strengthen that thigh. Use the strength in the body. Inhale, exhale. Try not to grip with the toes. I'm trying to keep the joints nice and lively and not locked in the knees. One more time, coming down. Breathing out. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, lower the arms down. We're going to come the other way now, just having another moment. So breathe in and out. Inhale again. This time we're going to turn towards the right. Exhaling, coming down over that leg. Don't forget to soften the knee. Sweep the fingers across the floor or through space. Inhaling. Exhaling. You know, if you come through space, that's okay. You're still actually working pretty hard there. I actually find that a little bit harder, just moving through that space. Exhaling. Still the same thing, still reaching up wherever you reach down to. Inhale and try and face the direction of the toes. Inhaling. Let's do a couple more. Exhaling, strong belly. Exhale, inhale up, looking up, one more time around. Exhaling across the ground or through space. Inhale to center. Exhale, lower the arms down. Good. See how that feels. Let's creep the feet together or closer. I'm going to come into a little bit of a squat here just to release all of that and have a little rest. If you find the squat impossible, then you can either sit on a chair, but be in this sort of position that your body hangs forward. Just so you're starting to move towards squat. And also, if your heels are lifted when you come into squat, place something underneath them. Blocks, books, cushions, blankets, anything you can find. And also just play around, adjust the angle of the feet, see what works for you. Also the space between the feet, I find they need to be quite wide so my body can hang between them. When you get there, when you've found the position for you, shuffle around, find it, and let the body hang between the knees. Let the arms rest on the ground, let the head hang. Breathing in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Even if you're sitting on a low stool doing this, just find the position and let the head hang and let the body hang and let the arms hang. In through the nostrils, out through the mouth. In through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Let's come up from the squat, lifting the head. Bring the left hand on the ground. That's grounded, so that's keeping us steady. If when you come up, you find you're falling backwards, then you might, even if your heels are on the ground, you might want to put your heels on something just to keep yourself more stable. But it's important that you take the chest forwards, then it will keep your weight balanced there. So on the inhale, imagine the inhale is lifting the right fingertips up to the ceiling. And then we rotate the right wrist clockwise. So we're just as if we're drawing a big circle with the index finger. We're really trying to make that as big a movement as possible, warming that joint, and then the other way. And as we go anti-clockwise, we keep moving the wrist as we come down through space, just finding that lovely fluidity in that right arm. And then the inhale lifts the left fingers to the ceiling, looking up at the fingers, turning and rotating the wrist clockwise, watching that hand, trying to make that as big a circle as you can, breathing in and out through the nostrils all the time, then rotating it anti-clockwise and letting that move through space as you move the elbow and the wrists all kind of spiraling. It's lovely fluidity in the arm. Hands meet the ground, push up from the hands, come into this ragdoll position, knees are bent, body's hanging. Again, let's have another breath in through the nostrils. Out through the mouth. Feel the sun in the base of the spine. Keep the knees bent. Try and keep the knees bent the whole time you're unraveling, uncurling. Leave the arms heavy, leave the head heavy. And you'll find the thighs will come forwards, then the hips, then the belly, then the chest, and then finally your head lifts up. Let's just roll the shoulders back 2 or 3 times, just to enjoy that feeling of length in the body. Feel taller, like a giant. Okay. I'm going to come into a balance now. I'm going to come into dancer. Lots of exciting things today. Don't forget, you've always got the walls or whatever you've got, the furniture to lean against if you want to. If you're coming into dancer, then rather than kind of finding it and then coming into it, see if you can find the position and then come into that, and use the support and keep that arm extended rather than close up to you. Just a little tip. So let's come into dancer. Weight on the left foot to begin. Really spread the toes of the foot, let it sink into the ground. The knee is bent to begin. Get that strong thigh to support you. And now we're going to stand tall, take hold of the right foot so you feel that strength in the thigh and standing and lifting from the chest. In outside grip or inside grip on the toe, on the foot rather. Make sure you're not gripping already. So you might want to stay here, that's absolutely fine. Trying to get the knees level if you are just staying here. Connect the thumb and the first finger together with the left hand, breathing in, reach those fingers up to the ceiling, reach the chest up, and then on the exhale, you can stay there if you want to, but if you want to go in the full posture, then on the exhale, you're leaning forwards, extending those left fingers forwards, and then start to take the right heel away from the buttock. Breathe. Focus your eyes on something still and breathe. Breathe. Open the chest. Standing strong through that left leg, extending the fingers forward, extending the toe to the ceiling. Coming up on the inhale, lowering the arm on the exhale, and lowering, let go of that right foot to the ground. Let's just shake the body up in between. So knees are bent, knees are shaking, hips are shaking, shoulders are shaking. Make some sound. Yeah, kind of just brings us back into equilibrium. So onto the right side, get the weight into that, just bending into that knee, opening the foot, really feeling that sense of groundedness. Focus your eyes. And then we start to lift up the left foot from the ground, take hold of it, inside or outside grip, get those knees level. Connect the thumb and the first finger to Jnana Mudra, breathing in, lift the fingers to the ceiling. Exhaling, taking the chest forwards, and pivoting. Extending the right hand forward, finding something still for your eyes to focus upon, and extending the left toes to the ceiling. The heel is coming away from the buttock, and start to straighten up the right knee, the standing knee. Try not to grip with the toes. Breathe deeply. Good. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arm down. And lower that left leg. Just have a moment to shake everything up again, noticing what side each side felt like, what was the difference between them. Shaking the knees, shaking the hips, shaking the shoulders, make some sound. Ah. Good. And we're going to come into another standing posture. We're going to come into the warrior. So we're going to, actually, we'll start at the back. We'll start at the back. We're going to do warrior one. And sometimes step forward and sometimes step back. And it's nice to change it up. So feet are at the back of the mat. Standing. There's a space between the heels. Weight onto the left foot. We're going to step forward a big step with the right. Big step. Try and get the toes to point, the back toes to point fairly forwards. Get the right hip back, left hip forwards. Tailbone pointed down, strong belly. This is very key. So you've got this lower part of the body really stable and strong. Breathing in, lift the arms above the head, space between the hands, keep the shoulders down. Breathing in. Exhaling, bending into that right knee. As the right knee comes forwards, that left heel is pressing back. Also make sure the arms aren't coming in front of the face, because then your body's likely to lean forwards. If you keep them right up by the ears, you're more likely to sit back into that left heel, and you're going to get that nice bit of extension on the back leg. All the time breathing. You can look up at the space between the hands, stretch right into the fingers, fingertips extending to the ceiling. Breathe all the time, thinking about the position of your hips. The right hip is going back. It's almost a pull of that right hip back and a pressing forwards of the left hip. Breathe, lift the chest, lengthen through the body. The chest is elevated, base of the body is strong. You might want to use that Mula Bandha, pelvic floor strength. Good. Use the inhale to straighten up that leg. Exhale, lower the arms down. And let's come into a forward bend. The leg is inviting us to do so. So you can hold your back to do this or extend. Inhaling and exhaling. Soften that right knee as you come forward. So we're just going to keep it soft to start. Make contact with the ground, either with the fingertips or hands or something on the ground, rather than floating in space. And then we're starting to lengthen through this right leg. So pressing the big toe into the ground and lifting the right hip away up to the ceiling. And as you breathe, so try not to force or push the body. Try not to straighten the leg. Try and lengthen the leg instead. More interesting for you. Breathing in, even taking the body away a little bit from the leg. And then as you exhale, softening. Taking that breath right to the end of that out breath. Releasing. Breathing in and out to the nostrils. One more breath in and out. And then bend the knee and walk the hands up the leg. Bend into the knee a lot so that you can step back to the back of the mat. Give the legs a little shake. And then we'll take the weight onto the right foot and a big step forward with the left. Let that land. Right hip forward, left hip back, both feet facing fairly forwards. You can widen your stance if you need it for your balance. Really think about this area of the body. Rather than sticking the bottom out, having this curve here, you want to really strengthen the belly and point the tailbone down. So this holding each other. Inhale, lift the arms up, palms facing each other, space between them, shoulders down. Exhaling, as you bend into that left knee, the right heel is also pushing back. The arms are up by the ears, kind of out of sight, even in your peripheral vision. Try and keep them out of your sight. Keep the shoulders down, chest is lifted, front of the body is long. Breathe deeply. You want to look up at the space between your hands. And you want to test your balance a little bit. Really pressing into that right foot, the back foot. Feeling the weight is even between the right and the left foot. Strong, stable warrior. Breathe deeply. One more breath in and out. Use the inhale to lift up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Smooth, with poise and grace. Now we either hold the back or extend, inhaling, exhaling, bending that, softening or bending that front knee, the left knee, as you come forward with the forward bend. Make contact with the ground, most important, and then pressing the big toe, the left toe, into the ground. Like you want to make it a deep imprint in the mat. And extending the left hip away from the toe, up into the ceiling. And this is why you really need some deep, long inhales and exhales. Maybe as you inhale, coming away from the leg a little bit, and then exhaling, lowering the body down. Breathing out fully, extending the left leg. One more breath in and out. So we're bending into that left knee, walking the hands up the leg, bending into the left knee a little bit more so you can spring back the back of the mat. Okay. Let's give the legs a little shake. Shake them in space. Good. Just loosening up the legs. Maybe just loosening up the arms as well. Let's just stand in Tadasana. So feet to hips width apart, parallel with the feet. Lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. Finding your feet. And then finding your knees. So knees are not locked, they're soft. And then finding the position of the pelvis. So moving from the ground upwards. Pointing the tailbone down, strong in the belly. You'll feel the thighs engage. Almost like the kneecaps are lifting. And then from there we lift the chest. So lifting from the sternum. So we're really expanding this area. From the belly button to the sternum. And dropping the shoulders down away so the neck is long. The neck is reaching up out of the shoulders. Back of the neck is particularly long. It's like you're lifting from the back of the skull there. And the fingertips are reaching down towards the earth. So you can exaggerate this to begin. And also feel that your feet are sinking into the earth. And then close the eyes. Once you feel that sense of evenness, noticing, if you have one shoulder lifted higher than the other, sometimes it's good just to take the shoulders and roll them back to sit into place. Then you can let that soften a little bit. So you can exaggerate it to begin with. I'm really stretching my fingers down, lifting the chest, and I can just soften it a little bit. So I still keep that integrity, but without that kind of effort. Close the eyes. Feel your feet on the ground. Just noticing if the weight is even between the right and the left foot, if the weight is even between the front and the back of the foot. Noticing all those slight shifts that are required to balance, to stay upright. All the work the body's doing, just standing still and upright. Feel the crown lifting, feel that silver thread, the center of the crown, top of the head, and that's lifting you and reaching up into the universe. And feel the roots going down from the soles of the feet into the center of the earth. Feel yourself connected. You're connected to yourself, to everything around you. We are connected to each other. You feel that sense of connection. And breathe in and out through the nostrils. And just enjoy making this kind of body recording, if you like, of being upright, centered, grounded, connected. And open the eyes. Good. And we'll just do a little moment here with this centeredness that we have. We'll bring that centeredness and focus to our gratitude prayer. So we bring the hands together, pressing them evenly, firmly together, and lifting the chest towards those hands. The heart is wanting to fly upwards. Inhale. to the chest, to the body. Exhaling, pointing the fingers down, looking down the ground. And as you inhale, the hands are coming out to the side. You can just watch those hands and expect them to meet at the top, watching them meet and then coming down through the body. A lovely line. So we're moving in time with our breath, but we're moving smoothly and evenly. You may be faster, you may be slower than me, but try and keep that evenness, keep it steady and even. Inhaling and exhaling. The breath is in and out through the nostrils. It's smooth, steady, even, like a steady flow of oil. And then we're reaching up, bring the hands together and just bring to mind anything that you feel grateful for today. I would try and make at least 3 things that you feel grateful for today, genuinely feel grateful for. And maybe once you've located 3 things, maybe there'll be more things that come. There can be big things, small things, everyday things. Everyday things are really, overlooked often. Actually, the things that we feel most grateful for and would do, if they were taken away, we would certainly miss them. All the things we take for granted, the everyday, just appreciating and feeling gratitude for these things, things in our lives right now. And this sense of acceptance for ourselves and everything in our universe. One more. Good. Yeah. I'm grateful for the sunshine today. Let the hands rest at the heart center. Close the eyes for a breath or 2 and just bring your attention into the center of your center. The center of that center line is the heart, where everything meets. Where we find that sense of unification and harmony in that heart. And notice, how does it feel today? Okay. Dropping the hands down. I'm going to come into a little half sun salute here. Our little movement, moving and breathing. So as you inhale, lifting the arms up, bringing the hands together, looking up, exhaling, bending the knees, fingertips touch the ground. Strong belly, strong back as you do that. Inhaling, looking forwards, the eyes look forwards and lift the back up, open the shoulders, open the chest, hands just on the knees or just below, and exhaling, forward bend with straight legs. Still looking at the space between the toes rather than looking at the knees. Bend the knees a lot, the eyes go up, the inhale goes up, the hands go up, the stretch up, and the exhale comes down. Good. We'll do a few of these. Inhaling, exhaling, knees bend, fingertips touch the ground. Inhaling, look forwards, hands on the knees, straight arms, back and legs, forward bend, straight legs. Bend the knees now. Inhale, push up through those strong legs. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, strong inhale, exhale, soft, softening down to the earth. Inhale, strong, open the chest, breathing into the heart. Exhale, to the earth, bend the knees, push up from the earth. Inhale, to the skies. Exhale, inhaling, exhaling, bend the knees, strong belly, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, look forwards, straight arms, back, legs. Exhaling, forward bend. Bend the knees. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, all the way up. Looking forwards, exhaling, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. This last time, we'll do one more. Inhale. Make it a good one. Exhaling. Stay with it. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale. Bend the knees, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, look forwards. Inhaling, exhaling, forward bend. Let's stay in this forward bend before we come up. So looking at the toes, not looking at the knees. So they're really thinking about the chest. The sternum wants to come down to that space between the big toes, and the base of the spine wants to lift up into the ceiling. Make sure you have contact with the ground, whether that is physical contact with the fingers, fingertips even, or whether it's a block or a book, or whatever it is you can place on the ground to make contact. We don't want to be hanging there in space. Breathing in, come up onto the fingertips. Exhaling, see if you can forward bend a little deeper. Straight legs, but without locked knees. Now we're going to come up. So actually we'll just let ourselves hang. So bend the knees and let the body hang. So it feels very different. Forward bend, and then bend the knees and let the body hang, let the head hang. Feels really great after that strong forward bend. Breathe in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. In through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Feel that pull at the base of the spine. Leave the arms hanging, leave the head hanging. The chin is on the chest as you're slowly unfurling. Keep the knees bent. Breathing in and out the whole time. Come into standing slowly and steadily. Just come to standing. Roll the shoulders back a few times. Just getting that body freed up. Let's have a mini back bend here. Let's give the back a little rub. Yeah, feels good. Little treat before we come down to the earth. Place the hands, fingers are pointing down, the base here, supporting. Really feel that support there, it feels really good. Bend the knees, take the hips forwards, take the elbows back, open the whole front of the body. Really think about it being like an arch. Taking the shoulders down away from the ears, taking the elbows back, keeping those knees bent. Using the inhale to come back up, keep supporting, give the back another little rub. Okay, let's come down to the ground. I'm going to come down in a squat. Why not? Inhale, lift the arms up in front of you, take the shoulders back, nice and open in the chest. You feel when you lift the chest there, already engagement in the belly. Inhale, exhaling, belly is super engaged as the bottom comes back and the hands come forward. Strong thighs. Thighs have worked a lot today, so let's give them that last little final blast. And when you come down close to the ground, catch yourself. Hit the legs in front of you, bounce the knees up and down. Free up the legs a little bit, give them some space. Okay, seated forward bend. We're going to do this slightly differently today. We're going to just bend the knees, have the feet on the floor, and take the body however far you need to bend the knees to make contact between your body and the thighs, and then we'll take hold of the legs. So we keep that connection, or close enough. Okay. And if you can't make that connection, then place something here so you feel a sense of connection, whether it's a cushion or any kind of blanket. And then we're just going to shuffle the legs forwards. Let's just see. We'll just shuffle the feet forwards. Just shuffling, 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 trying to maintain the connection between the body and the thighs as you take the legs forwards. And maybe you can come to a certain point. You might want to just pad up underneath the knees to find that point. And you're still facing the toes if you can, rather than looking at the knees. You might find it feels slightly different coming into this posture in this way. And breathe, wherever you are, breathe. Deep breath in. Long, slow breath out, in and out through the nostrils. And then breathing in, lift the arms up. Exhaling, lower the arms down to the sides. And we're just going to lower the body down now. We've done a lot of work. And at last, we're going to be down on the ground. We'll do a few easy things on the ground. Stretch the fingers towards the toes. Last little blast for the abdominals. Breathing in and out the whole time. Keep stretching towards the toes. Lay the body down slowly. Roll the spine down from the bottom to the top. And then let go. Yeah. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Just let yourself lie there. Close your eyes maybe for a moment. Take a few sighs. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Okay. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to press that back into the ground. So you feel your abdominals engaged. So you can lift your knees up and then hug the knees. Have a little rock side to side. Knees rolling side to side. Just connecting the lower back with the ground. Yeah, just enjoy the ease of being lying on your back And just creating some space for the lower back and a bit of connection, a little bit of massage. Let's draw a circle. Let's just get into that. So the hands on top of each, one hand on top of each knee, keep the knees together. We're going to draw a circle, take the knees away, breathing out, bring the knees into the body. And you can do this without the hands if you want to make a bigger circle, so your knees would go away from where your hands might hold them. It's up to you. Try and incorporate that breath, inhaling. You know, you can try it without the breath and then try it with and notice the difference. You know, I could just be, yeah, this is kind of fun. Well, round and round the knees go. Inhaling, exhaling. And then we have something much more interesting going on. It's kind of much more integrated. My mind stays focused. I'm moving with my breath and my body. And we change direction of the knees, drawing a big circle. You can hold them or let them go, whatever you prefer. But try and move with the breath. The inhale, make space. Exhale, squeeze the breath out, pull the knees right into the body. Even if you're going hands free, really bring the knees into the body so you get into all those little nooks and crannies of your back. Hug the knees once more. Extend the heels to the ceiling, extend the arms to the ceiling. Let's just flex the ankles and the wrists all at the same time. So we're pointing the toes and pushing the heels away. And with the wrists, we're just seeing what the range of movement is. What's the furthest we can go forwards and back? And we'll also notice it's not just the wrists and ankles that are being impacted here. You can feel, notice what else is, where else can you feel this? I can feel this in my arm right up to my elbow. Actually, I can feel it into my forearm, in my upper arm, in my legs. I can feel this in my calves and shins and also into my thighs and knees. And then we'll hug the knees again. Release. And then we're going to take the knees apart, take the hands through their knees, take hold. The first two fingers hook around the big toes, if you can reach there, or they hold the ankles. You can choose. We'll have a little rock and roll here. The knees apart, creating some space for the hips, and then we're going to come into Happy Baby. So Happy Baby is just with the legs apart, the knees apart, but you can play around with this. You know, it's quite nice just to find the freedom, maybe stretching one leg at a time or both legs, rocking on the back, just finding the back of the pelvis and breathing, and just enjoying and seeing what movements can be made, you know, exploring, being interested and curious in your body and the way it moves, almost as if you were a baby with eyes and curiosity of a child, playing and noticing, what does my body do? How does it feel when I do this? What is my range of movement? What kind of movements? Even if the feet do, the knees, what shapes can I make? Just finding that playfulness and freedom. And with that, you know, exploration, you find there's much more fluidity happens in the body. And then we just hug the knees again. And then place the soles of the feet on the ground, slide the legs away. We'll extend the arms away, give ourselves a full extension, point the toes. Breathing in through the nostrils, sighing out through the mouth. In through the nostrils, out through the mouth. And now just let the legs relax a little bit there. And we're going to move the arms with the breath, just slowing everything down and coming into a more mindful space. So the breath is a great way of focusing the mind, breathing in. And as you breathe out through the nostrils, lifting the arms through space. This is all out breath, out breath, out breath. The hands reach the ground, the arms reach the ground. There's a moment where I'm either breathing in or breathing out. Then the in-breath just naturally comes in. And then with the in-breath, the arms move. And at the end of the in-breath, the arms reach the ground. And there's a stillness, a pause, and then the out-breath begins. So just allowing that to happen, noticing that moment of suspension, of pause when there's nothing happening. And then the in-breath comes in. There's no strain or force in this, it's just allowing there just to be, just even if it's a second of neither in-breath or out-breath, then the out-breath begins. And we're trying, the effort here is in keeping that movement as smooth and steady and even as possible, right to the end of that out-breath, and let's pause, and then the in-breath. You'll notice how does this impact on my being, on my mind, on my experience of myself. And you can do this with your eyes closed, which will help definitely assist you in your inner experience of yourself. There's never any time for this inner life. It's not prioritized. So let's see if we can, be radical and make more time for our inner lives. And we can start that through our outer lives as a way in. We can start that through the body. And this body can help us direct us inwards. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing if your mind is wandering off already. It probably will. Probably has done lots and lots of times already. But keep bringing it back. This is the mind training. We keep bringing our focus of attention back to what we want, where we want our attention to be. Power of our attention, the value and valuing our attention. Let's just do one more of these. So attempting to make this as smooth and steady. The inhale is long. See how long you can make that inhale. Noticing the slight pause, little pause between the inhale and then the exhale begins. Full exhale. Let the arms just rest at your sides. Breathing in and breathing out. And then we'll just hug the knees one more time. Have a little rock side to side. And place the soles of the feet on the ground. Or maybe just do a few of these moving bridges. So we just bring the soles of the feet towards the bottom, close to the bottom. Hands flat down. Chin tucked in tightly, breathing in. And breathing out, rolling the spine down. Breathing in, lifting the hips high. And breathing out, rolling the spine down. So think of this as just kind of bringing some ease into the spine by rolling it up and laying it down. Keeping those thighs strong and steady. Let's go one more time. We're just doing a few of these today. And rolling down slowly with that out breath. When the back reaches the ground, one more time to counter pose, to hug the knees. Breathe in, breathe out, even lifting the head up, making yourself really small. And laying the head down, letting the legs go, letting the feet land on the ground, sliding the legs away, letting the arms roll out to the sides. Breathing in through the nostrils, sighing out through the mouth. Lying in Shavasana. Make sure there's space between your heels. Close your eyes. We're going to rest. Rest here for a few minutes. But to begin, we're going to incorporate a little breathing practice to help us to really relax down. Just taking this few minutes of focused rest and restoration will make the power of difference. So with the eyes closed, lying in Shavasana, you might want to cover yourself, that's absolutely fine. Let's just do a few releasing breaths, breathing into the nostrils, out through the mouth. Let it all go, feel the back resting and sinking into the ground. We'll do a little bit of spinal breathing. So with the eyes closed, I want you to imagine you're drinking up the air as you inhale, drinking up from the base of the spine. Bring your focus of attention to your base of your spine. And imagine you're drinking up air and it's traveling up from the base of the spine, traveling up through the hips, through the belly, through the center of the body, through the chest, through the neck, right up through the head, right to the crown of the head. And as you're breathing out, it's coming back down through the head, through the neck, through the chest, through the center of the body, through the belly, through the pelvis, and out, down, breathing out fully. And just following this pattern, spinal breathing. Keeping the breath smooth, even and steady. Breath coming in and breath going out. Breath going out and breath coming in. Just let your breath take care of itself. Feeling your back on the ground. Feeling your breath moving. Breathing in as if you're drinking the breath up from the base of the spine. It's traveling up slowly for the whole of the in-breath, right to the crown of the head, center, the top of the head, and going back down slowly, the whole length of that out-breath. And then let go of the spinal breathing, and we'll just lie softly. Soft, easy breath, just soft and easy coming in and out through the nostrils, very quiet, soft breath, like the breath of a sleeping baby. Breath coming in and breath going out. And feel the breath moving the body, the belly rising and falling, the chest rising and falling. So we come back to the day. We come back to the day, back to the body, back to the here and now. Start to move your body, start to deepen your breath, start to stretch, hug your knees, do whatever feels natural for you to come back. Come back. Maybe roll onto your side, take your time to come back to seated. And once you are seated, just rubbing the body. Accepting this body as it is right now, accepting this being as it is right now, appreciating yourself and being grateful for yourself for being here today and for doing the practice. Let's rub the palms together just to finish, to close. We close with our intention, our sankalpa. So make some heat and energy between the palms of the hands and then bring that energy and heat to the heart center. Close your eyes and bring to mind your sankalpa, your intention. Maybe it's something new for this new season we're moving into, in this transitional week. Whatever it is, it should be positively framed, this sentence. I will, I can, I am, I have. And if nothing comes to mind, then I am loved. There's a beautiful sankalpa, so you can use that one if nothing is coming. Say that to yourself, take it deep into your heart, feel it. Say it a few times. Good. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a great day.